that I'm on right now, I mean, you can't get on that lake for under 600. I mean, that's not chicken scratch. You know what I mean? So it's like, you start looking at that and you start looking at some of the houses that are on there. Like we've got Brock Lesnar. His place is worth like $3 million. I'd like to put it to work for you. Andy Prasky, Remax Advantage Plus. Thanks for listening to the show. I'm sorry, what am I supposed to be doing?
Best cabin town in Minnesota. It's all on you.
You guys suck. What do you mean best cabin town in Minnesota? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you do.
All right. Listen, okay. Depends on your age. But I'll tell you what, if you were to head up into northern Minnesota, okay, because it says cabin towns, what you look at is if you're older, you want to have access to hospitals and healthcare, right? You want good fishing lakes. Maybe you want a lake that's quiet or whatever. And I think one of the best towns as a whole is the Brainerd Lakes area. I really like that area because it has all the modern amenities. Now, it's very expensive, so it's cost prohibitive for a lot of people. You know, you look at areas like I have over in Alex, same thing again, great hospitals, great jobs, you know, good. It's starting to become affordability challenge there as well. I don't know about you, Chris, but, you know, there's also lake communities in, you know, the river communities or south, you know, there's, and then you get up to these smaller lakes way up north. So the best cabin town, boy, cabin to me does not mean lake home or $3 million, let's flex our muscles and show how much money we have kind of houses. I guess I'm kind of torn. I should have done more research, but
it's almost like how you fit in. You know what I mean? I mean, are you a fisherman? Do you use the lake for jet skiing and surfing? These surf boat things are getting really blasted. I mean, are you a conservation lake type person? Do you just like the peace and solitude, you know? And I think you're right. I mean, you go on Whitefish Chain. I mean, you're spending $2 million for a cabin. Yeah. If you go to Pepin, spend $200,000 for a little place kind of in a downtown, but it feels like kind of a old cabin artistic area that it's just a great place to get away from the world and lower your stress level.
Yeah, a cabin doesn't necessarily have to be in water either, Chris. I mean, we could actually have a cabin where we're up in the middle of the woods for, you know, maybe you like the ATV and you actually want to just be in a beautiful surrounding and you ride your side-by-side everywhere and have fun. And I know a lot of people are doing that up in northern Minnesota too.
Let's do this, Andy. What do you consider a cabin? What is a cabin to you?
To me, I think of we're going to the cabin as we're going someplace where there's water and water recreation, a place to jump in the lake on the hot summer and relax, you know what I mean? And hang out with your friends and family, go for boat rides. You know, if you got jet skis, have fun with the jet skis, get up early, go fishing. You know, maybe on Saturday night, you go to town for supper.
I think that's interesting because I think some other people might look at it like, you know what, I want to be on a good recreational lake. It's got to have good internet so I could get my work done if I need to be able to get it done. You got to have restaurants because I really don't want to cook. I don't want that time to waste cooking. So I want to have restaurants there. It's so interesting. When we grew up, we had, it was a trailer home on a lot on Green Lake. That's what it was. I mean, we basically had outhouses and fixed food outside. And I mean, it was like every meal. And to me, it was like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is like Naked and Afraid, you know, version before Naked and Afraid was Naked and Afraid. I think I look at cabin more as, you know, like where you have your place. I mean, you can kind of maybe get a fix of both.
Think about this too. Let's say in the morning, you get up early on a Saturday morning and you don't want to go fishing or it's raining and you want to run to town and just pick up some, you know, cinnamon rolls or whatever. And bring them back for the family, you know, have kind of a little treat for everybody. I like to be in an area, I like to be in an area where I can do that. That's why I love Alexandria, the area there, because they have the amenities, they have the bakeries, they have all the different, you know, supply places you'd want, from lumber yards to fleet farms to, you know, you name it. And then they still have some of the resorty kind of little fun restaurants too that are, so I mean, obviously I like Alexandria. I wouldn't have bought there, but that's my personal favorite.
But was it because you were familiar with it though too? I mean, it was not where your grandparents were?
Lisa's family's there, but okay. Yeah. So a couple things got a kick out of when you go into like the Eldon's grocery store. Granted, I'm very lucky. I don't have to worry about, you know, walking in and I'm not couponing, even though I probably should. But I walk in there because I like that. Morning, sir. How you doing today? Oh, great. Yeah. Didn't I see you